Okay, so what sets us apart? I don't know, but I like drinking. And I want my friends and my customers to enjoy the time. My name is Shinobu Kato, and I'm a founder and a brewer of Kato Sake Works. I've been outside of Japan for like 18 years now. That was my goal when I started this business, that I did not want to transport Japanese culture or like a Tokyo to Bushwick. That's not my goal. I wanted to do a business that's more accepted and blended in Bushwick where I feel home. I'm from Tokyo, Japan. My hometown is called Koenji. So it's like 10-15 minutes of train ride from the city center of Tokyo. Our neighborhood is very residential, local. There's no like big businesses. I moved to the US in 2004. First 2 years I spent in Maryland. So it's like, the DC metro area. We hang out all the time. We went happy hours all the time. And then, we had like 6 a.m. tailgate. I did keg stand and beer pong and all that kind of fun stuff. So I enjoyed that truly. Then after the graduation of the grad school, the only job that I got was in Nashville, Tennessee. So we decided to move there. We enjoyed Southern cultures. We did line dancing and, listened to the country music top 20 all the time. And I was, inviting my friends for the parties, something like that. And then always I had a problem to serve something Japanese. It's hard to find a good sake that I can pair with because it's either, too cheap or too expensive. And then there's no middle ground. So I got a small refrigerator and I started brewing sake. And then I liked it, my friends liked it, and we drank a lot. I enjoyed what I was doing during my corporate days in Nashville. And people are nice, and I had a good benefit and stuff. But, okay, I know what I would be doing in 10 years, 20 years from now. And that kind of scared me. And I wanted to do something by myself. And then at one time, I was doing sake as a hobby, but two things kind of started to merge. And I think that was a point that I was like, okay, maybe this might be a business. I decided to come to Brooklyn just because of the market. It was a little bit intimidating because New York is New York, living in Nashville for 10 years. New York is a big city, super expensive. And then also this is like, big investment. So should I do this? Should I not do this? And then my wife told me that, hey, if you want to do something crazy, go for the highest stake challenge. And if it does work, that's fine. But you should challenge New York City. We opened the Kato Sake Works in April 2020. The past 2 years was tough, but I think it worked positively to us because people in the local neighborhood were so supportive. And then that's what you did, that, okay, you cannot go anywhere. You didn't want to even take a subway. So you just walk around the apartment and you find some local businesses that you want to support. So that exact thing happened to us. Since we started the business here, everything is so organic. And that's something that I enjoy very much. So all my employees, they heard about us, they live nearby, everybody's in 20 minutes walking distance. Every time I go home, I usually walk for 20 minutes. There's bars and breweries and liquor stores that we know very well. And then I, have to stop by. And then I know the owner, I know the bartenders. This reminds me very much of my hometown in Koenji. And I really like that. And then Bushwick had kind of same culture. And then that's something I never knew until I moved to New York. I thought New York is just a big city, right? And then people told me that people are so not friendly. That's so wrong. If you know your space in a small neighborhood, it's a very comfortable or small community, right? And then I really like that. I was lucky to have a great team, and we make all the sakes here, and we bottle everything. So we make a new batch every week. So we steam rice, we press sake, we bottle. All that's happening, everything in this small space. Thanks to the very, local support, we are selling out our sake now. So we are at the point that we cannot take any more accounts. And then also, quite often, we are selling out our sake at the tap room too. So we know that the highest priority is to produce more, but we don't have enough space here. So we just signed the lease at the new place, which is 5 times bigger than current space. We are hoping to open that space sometime later this year. People ask us, okay, what's the best way to learn about sake? There's a lot of things yeast, rice, all the thing. Usually my answer is quantity. So if you want to learn sake, drink more sake. That's how I learned sake. You need to drink more, and you need to, have more hangovers to understand sake. We try to make a good sake. Nothing pretentious or nothing fancy. We do all the, geeky stuff to make our sake authentic and good, but that's not your problem. Just drink good sake and have a nice time. That's a hope.